This is for entertainment purposes only. This short story is only for people over the age of 18.
5 years ago, I interviewed for a job in a computer server company. They asked me where I saw myself in 5 years. Wow, I absolutely would have not called this. Now, I could bore you with the idea that I tried to recover data off a damaged server after a year on the job. I could tell you how I discovered something called a master PC program that lets me control the minds and bodies of anyone I can get the name of. A real law of names vibe. I could tell you how I became a living sex god to all women. I could tell you how I made every woman around me into living fuck puppets. I could tell you how I really stuck it to my ex-wife in more ways than one. I could tell you how I traveled the world with just my laptop, which had the master PC program on it. Really, I want to tell you how I redeemed myself. While in Japan, I took Kasumi as one of my sex slaves. It was some time, weeks I think, before Kasumi told me that her sister was dying and she would like to see Misaki before she passed away. This did something to me. Having a slave so concerned for her sister that the unquenchable lust was subdued enough for her to ask, I quickly gave her my blessing. I got on the master PC to make sure Kasumi could see Misaki. Then, I quickly looked up Misaki on my master PC program, and death would have been minutes away due to massive organ failure. I don't think I ever typed so fast. Commands that not just healed Misaki, but made her even better. See, if I didn't stop it with my magic computer program, if I hadn't hit the send button trusting that I spelled everything correctly, I'm not sure I would have ever met Misaki. It was days later that I met Misaki in the flesh. In that time, I was a keyboard warrior against death. I was desperately finding people's names that were close to death and stopping it. I was on social media, news reports, and I got on the Make-A-Wish Foundation website that probably had no idea how their kids were coming back from the edge of death like it had never happened. I was literally on my laptop helping every name on the hospice care websites while being driven to see Misaki. Misaki was thankful for saving her life. That made me smile. Misaki was pissed that I was controlling Kasumi's mind. I deserved that tongue lashing and face slap. Misaki and I started talking. Not to sound egocentric, I talked about myself. I'd realized that I had been using this world-changing program for only my own hedonistic desires. I wasn't sure why, but I opened up to Misaki. I showed her the program and what it could do. Misaki asked if she could make herself better, and so, I let her use the program on herself. It was the best decision I'd ever made. Misaki hated the flat chest and small arms and legs of most Japanese women, and gave herself gravity-defying breasts and muscles a bodybuilder would have had to use massive steroids to achieve. She looked like a living buff anime character. It gave me a hard-on that I didn't think possible. We talked more, and I don't think Misaki would have stopped if our grumbling stomachs hadn't gotten very loud at the same time. We spent a week together talking. Just talking. Then she invited herself up to my room. Flexing her impressive muscles, she challenged me to stop her. Why in the world would I do that? That was the first time Misaki and I made love. I've been on level 5 roller coasters that didn't give me the thrill of that night. Naked, cuddling, we talked, and worked together on a plan that I should free my slaves, on the condition that Misaki helped me on my path of redemption. Since the Master PC only had a range of 100 miles, I would have to go close enough to places that I could use my laptop to help people. Misaki would stay in Tokyo for now and find people in need, and send me places and names for me to help them. I traveled all over the world helping people. Eventually I would make it back to Misaki and her amazing body, mind, and spirit. She'd always be in her bedroom, waiting, and the first words out of her mouth as soon as she saw me were,
"Fuck me."
I gladly did. At some point I started seeing Japan and Misaki's apartment as home. Misaki liked that idea. After days and weeks of traveling, and I dragged my weary body past her threshold, when I made it home, Misaki and I would take turns tweaking each other's bodies and minds, nothing major, but something different, and then having sex for hours. I can't think of having sex with anyone other than Misaki. Misaki can't wear any clothes that doesn't show off her amazing body. I'm always saying,
I love you, Misaki.
And that's not the program saying that. I really do love Misaki, and she always echoes it back.
I love you too.
The end. This was a work of fiction. Any similarity between people, living or dead, is purely coincidence. This scenario did not or should not, have happened in real life. Thank you for listening.